everybody, it's Anna, Lovely with Lard, here at Sobremesa Farm Kitchen, and we are finally back. We've kind of taken a hiatus on making videos for a while. We had some health problems, some surgeries, and we are back at it, and today we are going to be sharing with you one of our family favorites. Again, like I say, everything's one of our family favorites, hence the reason I'm sharing the recipes with you, because we love them so much in our family. But this one my kids love, my husband loves, and my stepkids love. And it's super easy, quick to throw together, and you will never go back to store-bought ones again. Today we are going to be making homemade fresh flour tortillas here in our kitchen at Sobremesa Farm Kitchen. So get ready, and here are the following ingredients that you need to gather to make our tortillas. My little chefs, here we go. We have all of our ingredients, our mise en place right in front of us, and I want to point something out for you. Really, just a really quick, simple thing. We gathered 5 ingredients, 5 simple ingredients that most of us have. And if you don't have beef tallow, which most of us do not have, you can also use pork rendered lard, and if you don't have that, you can also use vegetable oil. Most of us have those ingredients, all these ingredients on hand. Now, let's talk just for a quick second. Those are 5 ingredients, so I know what's going into my flour tortilla. Let's talk about store-bought flour tortillas. I have some right over here that I went ahead and bought. Now, it doesn't matter what brand they are. I just grabbed some flour tortillas really quick at the store, and I think about it to myself and I think, my gosh, if I have fresh flour tortillas, they don't, number one, they don't last because everybody eats them so quickly, but if they do last more than a day or two, they do go bad. Well, it's because there's not any preservatives in them, and they're fresh. They're made to be ate immediately, to be ate fresh, all right? That's what they're for, okay? Let's look at the ingredients that are on store-bought shelved flour tortillas. There's so many ingredients on here, so many preservatives. It's alarming, and it's one of those things that's what we're putting into our bodies. And when I was thinking about this last week, I actually have had a lot of health problems. I've had surgeries, I had a death in the family, and my husband was at a doctor's appointment, and I was waiting for him, and my whole body, I broke out in hives. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and I felt terrible. I'm like, I haven't been watching what I've been putting into my body. My body is really angry with me right now. I don't feel well. And I look at the ingredients that are in some of these store-bought items that are on the shelf that last forever. My gosh, these will last forever once you open them up. And it's like, why? That's not natural. That's not normal for food to last that long. And there's just so many ingredients. To me, if there's that many ingredients that I can't pronounce, I don't want to put it in my body. I want to heal my body. I want my body to be healthy. I want my family's bodies to be healthy. That's not the way to it. So be really aware when you're going to the store. Yes, are they convenient? Absolutely. But let me tell you that this recipe is so quick, easy to put together that it's not worth putting all these ingredients in my body. 5 simple ingredients. Let's go ahead, let's get started, and we're gonna mix them all together.
Here we have all of our ingredients ready to go. I'm gonna use a wooden spoon to mix this all together. We have our 3 cups of all-purpose flour here in this bowl. In it, we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt. And this we have kosher salt that we're using today. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Remember, baking powder, not baking soda. So 1 teaspoon of baking powder sprinkled around into our all-purpose flour here that's unbleached. Now I'm going to go ahead and incorporate these dry ingredients into my bowl just slightly here. And after I get done with that, I'm going to make a little well here in the middle. And to this, I'm going to go ahead and add my beef tallow that I went ahead and microwaved and melted it. So it is a nice liquid consistency that we're going to go ahead and add into this. We don't want it to be a solid form. We want it to be liquid. So if you're using lard, make sure that you melt the lard as well, or your vegetable oil, whatever you have on hand. Kind of give that a little stir. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of warm water to this. And it's nice to have it warm because it helps activate that baking powder. So we're going to go ahead and add that all in there. And now we're going to go ahead and give this a stir, getting it all the ingredients mixed in really well. I like using wooden spoons in this. I like using wooden spoons in everything almost that I do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use our hands now to really incorporate the rest of these ingredients in here. Really getting that all mixed in there really good. Getting all those little morsels on the bottom all mixed in, kneading it slightly, kind of squeezing and kneading with my hand. And like I said, I always like using it, leaving everything inside the bowl and not dumping it out on the counter. We're just doing this all inside the bowl. Give it a good mix. And if it's too wet, add a little extra flour, or if it's too dry, add just a little bit more water. All right, there we have it. We have all of our ingredients mixed together. Go ahead and make sure you cover this and let sit for 20 minutes. All right, so it's been sitting for 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and cut it into pieces with my dough cutter. Getting it ready to get rolled out.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get all these tortillas rolled out. Now, as I showed in the video just a second ago, you can use, most of us have a rolling pin, you can use a rolling pin. And honestly, I have also used, if you have just a glass without any ridges or ripples on it, that's just a smooth glass, you can use that to roll out as well. Now, I did get this tortilla press. I'm not a huge fan of it just because I feel like it doesn't get it flat enough for my preference, thin enough for my preference. Rolling pin doesn't take much time at all. So pretty much we're gonna roll these out. We have several of these to roll out, and once we get them all rolled out, we're gonna go ahead and go back to our cast iron skillet. Now normally, in most circumstances, what I do is I have my cast iron skillet going, and I get it nice and hot. It's already coated with some lard, so it's non-stick. I get that cast iron going nice and hot, and then I roll out a tortilla, I throw one in there, and I totally multitask until I get all of my tortillas done. So let's go ahead, let's get started, let's get these guys going, and we will have an amazing product here in just a second. Okay, everybody, we are done with cooking our tortillas, and it took us less than 7 minutes to roll and cook the tortillas. And I just want to show you the final product. I want to show you, I also got one of my store-bought tortillas right here. Now, a store-bought tortilla, of course, is a perfect circle, okay? Of course it is. But, and you know what? My little guys, they're not perfectly round, but they're close to being round. I just want you to take a good look at these tortillas, okay? The smell of these homemade tortillas is amazing. This really, there's nothing to it, really, and it almost feels like plastic. Kind of has a weird feel to it, too. My kids, when I met my current husband, my cousin Ty, he was amazed at one point in time when he went to the store and bought flour tortillas, shelf flour tortillas, and brought them home. And my kids were like, well, why'd you do that? What are those? Flour tortillas. No, they're not. They're round. They're not like my mom's. My kids had always had, 90% of the time, homemade flour tortillas. They're so easy, y'all. It's so much better for you. 5 ingredients versus like 20. What would you rather have in your body? I know for myself and my family, when we have Taco Tuesday, I want this amazing flour tortilla that melts in my mouth, smells amazing. There's no other comparison. So, what's stopping you? What is stopping you from making something so delicious and so easy? There's no excuses. So from our kitchen to your kitchen, may God bless you and have an amazing day.